Today's Tuesday something. I don't know. I know it's 45 degrees in here. The compressor's on. And what's the temp outside? Temp is 31. And here we are. Not gonna complain about the ground effects. I just tell you about the ground effects. Right here, there's a bevel. The thing is, this ground effect, this shows, and here's the bevel. If this was just straight up and down, I could just bolt it up through these holes and call it a day. Let me turn the light on here. I really don't want to do what I did here and hog this out, because it just makes it more flimsy. That's all it does. Because from the door, there's places to screw it in. From here back, there's no places, except for the brackets I made. That's the most sturdy bracket. I actually bolted it, then welded it, and there's some brackets just kind of hold it in place. And it wants to fit. It don't want to be here. It doesn't want to be here. It wants to be right here on an angle. That's just right where it wants to be. And the thing is, this panel is, like most panels, are not flat. They kind of curve like this, just a little. Then it kind of footballs a little bit like that. But the way the ground effect is, if I do it the way the van was made to be, what happens is when I bolt this up here, something about the ground effect, it pushes against this and then pops this out. Keeps popping this out. So I keep sanding here. I got it so it's not much of a gap all the way down here, but it ain't right. It's not right. And I've learned you gotta put on, take off, put on, take off, put on, take off one too many times. And then let's get sidetracked. Apparently, I don't know. I thought that was welding. Apparently not. I think some of this is. I must have been welding something, and then, I don't know, maybe I never looked at this fan that close. I don't know. But that's a major spot. That's a spot that needs to be done. Spot needs to be done. This needs to be done. This needs to be done. That needs to be done. Don't know if I'm taking the door handles off. I'm kind of debating it. And the hood, and my point being, there's not really a lot to do. It's been a long project because of the interior. If I wouldn't have done an interior and it would have been a normal car, and I took all the time on the interior and put it on the van, it probably should be done by now. But that's not the case. Okay, here is my question. And I really don't have the answer. Do I expect somebody to have the answer? I don't know. I hope so, because I'm confused. Okay, make a long story short, I'll make it as short as possible. A man goes to work in a factory for 20, 30, whatever years, and then he works to pay his house and cars and raises kids and retires. And then what does he do once he retires? If he's working in a factory, I don't know what he does. Okay? Now, the same scenario, a man works in a factory, then he quits the factory, and for the last 14 years, and while he was working at the factory, was doing body work and paint slash on the side, and for the last 14 years, the person's been doing that. So when he retires, which my retirement is coming up where I can get Social Security, and I've always looked forward to it, because then I get to do what I want to do. But here's the problem. Okay, I don't golf. I don't watch sports. I don't go fishing. I don't go hunting. I don't do, I guess, what most guys do. My hobby is, when I was working at the factory, is always doing body work and paint, like a model car. So my point being, A person that works in a body shop, or a person that does it on the side for X amount of years, once he hits 62, do body men / paint really have, do they really ever retire? I mean, I guess, yes, if they have other hobbies like camping, fishing, hunting, golfing, bowling, cornhole. I don't know. I don't have these hobbies. So I find myself coming out to the shoe shack every day, even though I didn't want to. And my point being is, I know I did it to myself. If I didn't have so many projects, I would be okay. I wouldn't be overwhelmed. I wouldn't be stressed. Body work, I'm not the best at. I'm not the best at none of this stuff, really. I slide through and do the best I can, but I'm not great. I'm not good. I'm not a professional. So it really irritates me when things don't come out and I have to do it over and over, and I have nothing to judge it against because I don't know what it takes to finish a panel out. I don't know what it takes a normal professional body man to do it. It's got to be faster than what I do. It's got to. Okay, now you're getting sidetracked. I've been doing this for so long. This is what I do, and I don't enjoy it. This is the problem. The projects that I have finished, like the V-Rod and the Challenger and the Spider and the snowmobiles and things like that, we'll just take snowmobiles out, an S10 truck, I don't get to use those because I'm not going anywhere, because I'm so used to into a habit of going to the shoe shack to work on the next project, that when you do get it done, it's going to set over into the corner, because if you don't have another project, you're going to buy another project because I'm a dumbass. So do body men / paint men really retire, or do they just die in the garage? What do you guys think? Because I don't know what to think, because I never thought of, I just thought about retirement as like, yeah, I can retire, I get some money, it comes in the mail, and I get to do what I want to do, and I never really thought what I wanted to do. I wanted to go, like to Sturgis, yeah, I want to go to Sturgis and be around my grandbabies, which they live out of state. So them two things there, Sturgis is once a year, and grandbabies are pretty much once a year too. I don't get to see them. So what does the normal guy do? Because this is not fun. This is aggravating, discouraging, disappointment, anger. Yeah, that's mainly in the body work. Paint, I still have my ups and downs, but less problems than body work. Because I'm thinking the shit should come out perfect, and I know it should, but I think it should, but I know there's no such thing as perfect, but I think it should come out perfect, because I'm disappointed if it don't come out perfect. Now, if it doesn't come out perfect in someone else's garage, that's fine, and I don't expect it to be perfect because they're not Jesus Christ themselves. I'm not Jesus Christ, but I do expect my shit to be perfect, or a lot better than what it is, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, here we are. I'm starting to question my choices in life, and you can have good choices. I mean, you can have good habits and bad habits, and I've been doing this for so long that this is what I do, even when I don't want to do it, because it's hard to come out here when it's like 35, 40 degrees and wait for the garage to heat up, and then your materials got to heat up. And if it's in the summer, it's better. It is, but it's not that. It's the body work. It's you're excuse my language, you're Michael fucking Angelo. Collision work, I like. You fucking bolt a fender on, you fucking put a new radiator support in, call it a day, it's kind of nice, roll it on down the fucking highway. When it's your own vehicle, and it's usually older vehicles, because I think most body men like older vehicles. Maybe they like newer vehicles, but I think they tend to like older vehicles, and with older vehicles there tend to be issues because somebody else already got their fucking dick skinner in it and cobbled shit up, and you got to undo the cobble, and you spend so much time making the vehicle yours. That is just sucking your life away. And this is not even done, and I already got other projects lined up, and even if I didn't have those done, if this is my last project, I know me, I'd line up another project. I know I would, because I guess that's the excitement part of it. I don't know, the new idea of, yeah, I'm gonna get something new, but you're not gonna use it, Tom, because you're gonna be right back to the shoe shop working on a project. Because I think that I'm gonna get them all done, and I'm not. Anyway, piece of property, piece of oneself, piece on earth, rest in peace, bigger piece of pie, piece of action, piece of pussy, piece of corn dog, piece of pizza, when the big dogs get all done eating. Even if puppies like me, get a piece of something, motherfucker. And, yeah, that's all I got to say. Going to turn on some Pandora and call it a day.